Anna was being belligerent.
Sound like you.
But I said 100% they will send Isabel into that attic, and I said it twice.
Hundo.
And I just want to say,
go into the attic.
I was wrong once again, as usual. I was wrong. I didn't think they would, but they all voted. Was it on the little cards in those little cheapo padded envelopes, little gold and silver bubble wrap padded envelopes that they
Don't
use?
tell me that if you saw those gold padded envelopes in the shop, you wouldn't buy them.
I get things delivered in envelopes like that sometimes, like makeup and stuff.
Right.
What?
They might have. Yeah, I think it was. Was it? Did they have faces? Probably.
Yeah, and didn't they just all nominate one person? Yeah, one person each. Yeah. What?
I can't remember
What's wrong
it.
with you?
I can't remember it.
Yeah, one person each.
I've just got Andrew said, "This is not okay," and then Kieran said, "You're okay," and then Andrew said, "I know, but I still feel disgusting. I don't want to be part of it."
Oh well.
Where you got to?
Tom said, "I love you all," and Isabel said, "It's mind over matter now," and Andrew said, "I don't want to send anyone out a back door." Go on, you can do that in Andrew voice.
I don't want to send anyone out a back door.
And Isabel said, "None of us do."
Someone, but Hannah and Isabel, I don't know who said it, but one of them said, "What would Chanel do?"
Oh,
She's the new Jesus.
Now, Gaz, in the attic, I quite liked some of the decor that they had in that attic. They had some little dog ornaments that I like the look of.
Really? I didn't notice them.
They were nice, and that phone was nice.
That phone came back later.
I like that.
Oh, wasn't it the same phone from Isabel's diary room?
That's the start of her screaming.
Those old chairs that they used were like the old house. What was it? It's Big Brother's bedsit.
Yeah,
back in the day.
Classic.
So what happened then? They couldn't. Oh,
they just sent old Tom and Anna off.
I haven't got any of the voting though. Who voted for who?
No. Hold on. Yeah, I have.
Who voted for what?
Hold on. Here's what I've got. Because Tom and Raph had a little cuddle, and Tom said, "I don't want to ruin it for you," as if he was going to vote for Raph.
I don't want you to have an unhappy smile for the last few days.
Yeah,
unhappy smile.
Unhappy smile. That sounds like a Morrissey song. And then Hannah voted to evict Kieran. That's Deborah's boyfriend.
Okay, now I have got it then. They couldn't vote for Andrew because he's in there permanently to the final as a fucking spare wheel.
Yeah.
This was when Big Brother announced
Hell's coming.
The test. This was the start of the test, remember?
What test?
Where they would be tested for their worthiness as being a finalist. That's what it was. Yeah.
God worthiness.
So yeah, Hannah voted for Kieran.
Yeah.
And Isabel said, I want to evict Tom.
Hannah said, "You've sat back during a lot of situations," to Kieran.
Yes.
Very good.
Isabel said about Kieran, she said, "I couldn't do it to Kieran, who I genuinely know," later about Kieran.
Yeah.
When she voted for Tom.
STDs.
Charlotte voted for Hannah. Tom voted for Hannah.
Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte was still there. Deborah voted for Tom. And Raph said, "In all the years I've watched and loved this show, it's the most horrible thing I've ever seen." And then he voted for Kieran.
Did you see the tweet I did about that?
No.
Did Raph never see John McCrick in his underpants?
That's good.
Hold on.
I
got some other quotes from this.
Go on.
Isabel said to Tom, "Kieran is a good friend on the outside, and you've been a bit mopey." And Tom said, "I'd love to fuck this.
What?
I'd love to fuck this task off and walk out myself." Off you go then. Deborah said to Tom, "We've had a rough start with more downs than ups." That's it.
You've gone to a lot of detail for you.
I mustn't have been drunk that night. That's what
Kieran voted for Isabel. Kieran voted for Isabel. Just think about this.
Kieran's got no respect for Isabel. Never has. No, Kieran's got no respect for women. Full stop.
Andrew said, "This is the most fucking bizarre and most disgusting thing I've ever had to do, and I really don't want to do it." And I haven't even written who he voted for. I know I have, actually.
Oh, yeah.
The person I'm voting for is one of the most incredible, outstanding and beautiful people I've ever met.
Charlotte's like, "Get on with it." She's like, "Stop dragging it out."
Who was it that you voted for?
Hannah.
Hannah said to Deborah, they always do it.
Yeah, that's Hannah's persecution complex there.
I don't know why they're crying when they know what they're doing. Yeah, they know their sisters in here.
Yeah, they're always trying to take us down, she said.
Oh, yeah, so an issue came from this later, didn't it? That Charlotte had voted for Hannah. This came up as a big thing in the house, a big storyline.
Hannah is a bit of a bad loser sometimes. When things don't go her way, she does sulk.
And she was really annoying in the attic.
She was annoying in the
So
attic.
annoying.
But I love Hannah sometimes, and then sometimes she's annoying as fuck.
Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah.
There was a draw. Tom and Kieran had drawn, so Big Brother effectively went to deadlock.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting that Kieran beat Tom on that one, because Tom went to the attic. So Kieran got more votes to save. No, Tom got more votes to evict.
This is what the attic did for Tom's game.
Interesting.
Turned it around. So he then became more popular than Kieran.
You know what Kieran's game?
What, Rebecca coming in?
Fucking old lady coming in like a fucking banshee.
What, and when he said, oh, what if I get it wrong? You think people are clever enough to judge upon that? The vote was a Big Brother.
The whole thing was terrible for his game. Absolutely terrible.
Well, good then. I'm glad she came back.
Yeah.
In that PVC bin bag dress.
Don't get weight.
Okay,
we'll
get
to build up to
there.
her, man, because I've got shit to say about that fucking bitch.
Coming up. Went to the public vote to decide. Tom got the most, so off he goes. And then Hannah said, we've come on a journey that's real.
Eek.
Who's she saying that to? Must be Deborah. Kieran now kicks off. Do you remember when Tom was out? Because he wanted a cigarette. Open this door! I need a cigarette now! And he was trying to yank open the fucking patio door. What a fucking idiot.
That's the real Kieran. The real Kieran.
The Kieran that kicks off when he gets a hat knocked off his head. So Charlotte started to now compare this feeling to Tom about the getting rid of Mandy. Like, basically, Hannah shouldn't have voted against her. Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that the thing that happened? Did Hannah vote against her? No, Charlotte voted against Hannah.
Yeah.
So why am I saying that Charlotte's comparing this about losing the mum?
Oh yeah, because Charlotte's saying, oh no, Hannah said it. Hannah said, you know how it feels when your mum went, so you shouldn't do that to sisters. Like, family should stick together, kind of thing.
Family.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I've got that there. I'm a bit lost now, so you carry on for a minute.
Okay. It was quite sad when the sisters said goodbye to each other. They were quite intense, weren't they? And they said, we've come on a journey that's real. And she said, now you take it home to Deborah. And she said, Dad would be so proud. Is their dad dead? Because they're always saying
people
Dad
have
would
said,
be proud.
yeah, Kwame said that the dad might be dead. But that hadn't occurred to me. I thought it was just saying the dad will be so proud on the outside.
No, I don't know. I've had a dead dad vibe from that, but I'm not sure. And then Hannah said, look after my sister, to Isabel, which is nice. I love the fact that Isabel and Chanel and Hannah and Deborah and Raph are friends, because they're such a weird group of people. Like, Raph's super intelligent, geek. Chanel's a busty sort of glamour girl. Isabel's just a total enigma. And the sisters are just East London. Are they East London or are they South London?
East, yeah.
East. I don't know. They're just such
Normal.
a gaggle of weird people together. I love it.
Oh, so yeah, Kieran tried to bust out, and then Deborah was crying on the floor of the Rose Cottage toilet.
In the green toilet, and then Kieran come in.
Yeah, to hug her, and they had a little bit of a hug off camera, didn't they? It was out of shot.
They were sitting on that toilet floor, Gaz. Did you see the state of it? It looks absolutely disgusting. Disgusting.
But it's stinking in that little toilet.
It looked awful. I wouldn't sit on that toilet floor. Hell no. Hell no.
So the Big Brother then obviously had Tom and Hannah in the diary room and revealed the attic to them. Big Brother said, don't scream or shout or say anything, or say a thing the housemates might hear.
That was so, when Hannah put her hand over Tom's mouth,
yeah.
I loved it. It was so good. And just how excited they both looked. It was so fun. That's nice.
Next they found out that Hannah and Tom, would be responsible solely for the next nominations. Do you remember what Hannah said about that?
No.
Karma is a bitch.
Yeah. I've written, we used to have armchairs that looked like that. The ones they were sitting on in the attic.
Oh, yeah.
We used to have those exact same armchairs.
I've just tweaked what happened with this conversation with Charlotte and Tom.
Yeah.
Because Hannah is going, right?
Yeah.
Charlotte started to feel remorse about nominating Hannah because she knew how it had felt when she lost her mum. Yeah. That was what I was getting confused with earlier.
Charlotte don't feel that much remorse because she's been buddying around with Tom ever since he evicted her mum. Ain't she? Which I think Hannah said later.
And didn't Tom tell Mandy to fuck off then?
Yeah. Mandy, whatever.
So yeah, they're watching. Basically, in the attic, they've got the screen. We know this. If you're not watching, the attic's a fusty old room. I think it was just the house next door with some fucking rafters put onto it, don't you?
But I don't know because you said they built a.
No, there is an attic space, but they didn't use that.
Okay.
But Hannah, when they first got in there, said we've got our own garden to Tom, but we never saw that garden.
Okay.
So it must have been the house next door.
Okay.
So, yeah, they get to watch the house, and then the first thing that Hannah said was, Kieran looks so handsome.
Yeah, I got that.
What else you got next?
I think Hannah looked quite a bit, jealous of Deborah when she was in the attic. Did you think?
Well, there was a point where she was like, they don't even miss us. Yeah. Like, how quickly they've moved on.
I think Hannah... I think it must be hard knowing your sister's more popular than you, but...
She's Miss Nigeria. Like, she's had a moment, so
that's true.
She doesn't need to take anything off.
They're just different.
Take a shine off
They're
Deborah's
just different types of people, but it's annoying for them to be compared to each other. But I guess they are going to be because they're separate. If they were joint housemates, it would be different kind of a thing, you know.
Well, if they were joint housemates, Deborah wouldn't be in the final.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's true.
Andrew said to Deborah...
I can't follow my notes at all. That's why I'm not saying anything. I can't even read them.
Andrew said to Deborah, I'm sorry I had to do it. And everyone is rooting for you out there.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you have a nice sleep. And she was crying in bed when he went in to sort of say goodnight to her and say sorry.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
And he kept saying, I really hope you have a good sleep. It's like, what? Why is that your concern right now?
Ridiculous. Then Hannah said to Tom, we're going to control this house and make them do brutal stuff.
She wanted to switch off the hot water. That was her first thing. She remembers Victor in that shower.
Sniffles.
But she also said that she wanted to make the housemates have a restricted diet of, do you remember?
Was it slop?
No.
Toast. Century eggs.
Bread. Well, bread, eggs and milk for a day. That doesn't sound... that bad.
Well, you could eat toast, couldn't you?
You make scrambled eggs on toast with that. That's the ingredients apart from butter. Oh, now Big Brother called them up.
And they're like...
on the little phone.
They're like, who's that?
Yeah. Hannah said, who's that? And then Tom goes, Big Brother, obviously.
Who else is it going to be?
Was it Hannah that said, who's that?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I took a picture of the screen because it made me laugh. Because the subtitle came out, who's that? Big Brother. Ain't going to be like the
Mary,
the banker deal or no deal.
Kwame was laughing at this phone setup though. He's like, oh, there's a little phone in there where Big Brother can talk to them. But maybe he's not watched a Big Brother UK before. No, he has.
Yeah.
He must have seen a secret room. They always have a little phone line to Big Brother because they can't do the regular announcement through the speakers because the rest of the house will hear it. Or
on the tannoy.
Yeah, through the tannoy. So yeah, Big Brother called them up. What was this? What did he tell them?
They have to target different people. They can watch 2 diary rooms. So they chose to watch Charlotte's. Hannah was eating Walker's crisps with masking tape.
They didn't stop eating those crisps in that fucking attic.
With masking tape over Walker's, like
De-branded.
You don't know what Walker's crisps look like. It's stupid.
So Charlotte's diary room, she said, I felt like such a Judas taking one of my best friends in the house sister away from her. Judas kiss, Becky Siddiqui.
Oh yeah, God, that's going back a bit.
It is. Isabel was the second diary room, which I thought was a bit of a funny choice, but this was all to do with Tom. Tom had a vendetta against Isabel for nominating him a few times this week, didn't he? She was getting emotional about the achievement of making the final. She didn't really say anything incriminating, which is not really a surprise, I suppose.
No.
You got anything that she did say?
It's Charlotte or Isabel?
Isabel.
She didn't even mention Hannah's name that Hannah was pissed off about. And she said her parents will be happy that she's accomplished something.
Oh yeah, if I can achieve anything, at least I can achieve this. Was it that?
And Tom said she smashed it. Fair play.
So then Hannah they basically decided they would choose one nomination each. Did you notice that weird light they had that shone on them when they were choosing nominations?
No.
Big Brother had put in a fake window which shone moonlight on them. A cold blue light.
Spending the money on that.
To make it a little more attic-like. So yeah, Hannah decided to nominate Charlotte, and Tom decided to nominate Isabel, and that was like they had a board.
The way it was going to be.
Where they had the safe housemates and the nominated housemates. It was always going to be that way.
It's stupid because Hannah's never going to nominate Deborah, and Tom's never going to nominate Kieran. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Now, did they make a little fake Chanel then?
Isabel and Andrew are